What up, Naughty Steppers? It's Connor Whitmore here again with another review for you on the Nawtystep channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new track from Modestep released on Monstercat, Not IRL. Josh Friend and Pat Lundy are back with their latest single, their fourth for the Monstercat label, following others from previous years such as Summer, Going Nowhere and Higher. It's an exciting time generally to be a fan of Modestep, what with them having signed to Disciple recently, releasing a couple of tracks for them in anticipation of a multi-track project we're sure to get from them at some point this year. But in the meantime, we have another Monstercat single to dive into, their first since May last year. And I think it's fair to say with Not IRL we get a style and approach from the duo different to any other we've heard from them before. If you've heard the track already, then you'll know what I mean, but will think I'm talking solely about the drops, when in fact I'm talking about the entire tune. For me, pretty much the whole thing is near unidentifiable as theirs. Even from the very start, I had to really double check I was listening to the right song. The intro is this kind of knockoff version of something you may hear from Porter Robinson's Worlds album. With its distant vocal, airy synths and paced out percussion, some real indie electronica vibes going on here, which I can't say that I'm too big on. In all honesty, I find it a bit naff, but as a change from their euphoric introductory norm, I think it's welcomed. Friend is on hand to tell us that he's been running away from real life, hence the title, Not in Real Life, which is another one of those cheesy sort of lyrics from them that always ends up working because of Friend's soulful, genuine delivery. I really like the horns in the darker parts of the builds, which do well to psych up the listener. Drums have a nice guttural feel to them as well at this point. Feel like something could have been done with the vocal here perhaps, just as a change from the opening. And the drops I find interesting because on the surface, it's just pretty straightforward future bass. Yet there's an underlying darkness to them that gives them another appeal entirely. That fuzzy bite underneath the radiance on top, it's a nice contrast having that sweetness with a little bit of menace to it. I appreciate the changes in the second drop as well. Nothing too drastic, but they're clear and worthwhile as developments. More could have been done on that front, but then again, I think you have to rate the consistency of it more so. Great flow to both of the drops. There are these gurgled, oozy moments in between drop sections that aren't timed quite right, as if they're playing catch-up, a bit ill-fitting. And I feel like the second main build could have been cut in half to place more emphasis and importance on the second drop as an evolution from the first. Overall, it's nothing truly riveting or captivating, but I suppose that's the point. Pleasant in feeling with a pretty rich definition to all of the sounds on show. Without the kind of drops I'd return to in a heartbeat, far from what I've loved them for in the past, but fitting for a Monstercat release. And so if you were to ask me whether it leaves me excited for what they've got coming next, I'd say probably not. However, that debut Disciple multi-track project is likely to be way different to Not IRL, so I'm hopeful knowing that alone. But again here for me, it's about Modestep having solid ideas that just aren't executed with any sort of star appeal. Beyond their classics, I've always felt that they've had really good ideas, but just not the productive expertise to pull them off. I've really enjoyed the jazzy swagger that Friend has brought to the table with his vocals in the past, but this one is a little weak comparatively. The music is decent, but it needs much more of a wow factor to make it stand out. But again, maybe that's the point. Maybe they don't want it to stand out. Maybe it is just an interlude between all of their Disciple stuff. As I said though, their imminent Disciple material is likely to be completely different, and this single doesn't intrude on that hype too much. They're responsible for some iconic dubstep tracks over the years, with Friend's vocal and many instrumentals working together perfectly in tandem. And if their forthcoming music taps into that catchy anthemic, euphoric vibe as their best stuff of the past has done, then they're gonna be well onto a winner going forward. Here's hoping they've got it in their locker. And so that is that, guys, for another review on the Nawtystep channel, this time of the new single from Modestep, released on Monstercat, not IRL. Thank you very much, and as always, for tuning in. Be sure to leave a comment with your thoughts on Not IRL. What did you guys make of it? Does it leave you excited for more Modestep material to come? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, then be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hitting the notification bell along the way. Nawtystep is all about coverage of bass music across a wide variety of genres, from EP and album reviews to top 5s and top 10s, rave footage, opinion pieces and more. So again, if that interests you, then consider subscribing. For some other track reviews on the channel, check out the link next to my head somewhere. If you're not following Nawtystep across social media yet, then links to all of those are in the description box down below. And lastly, if it's naughty, then you know, guys, so be sure as always to keep it naughty and stay safe. And I shall see all of you legends in the next one. Peace out.